Hello everyone, welcome to Amakhosi. This is your like, comment, subscribe. Guys, welcome back. Just want to talk about Ntwari, what he's been saying on the social media. But before I speak about him, there's something that you need to know about people that I've learned, that I'm learning. I mean, if you understand someone's love language, that could be like your partner, that could be even your friend for that matter, or any other person, you speak their language, it means that you are feeding these people what they really want to receive. So I'm words of affirmation type of person. So if you affirm me, if you speak nice to me, like that sort of like encourages me to do more of what I'm doing. So people who are words of affirmation type of people, what they do, sometimes it's hard for them to receive criticism, especially if it's negative criticism where it comes with like your insults, for example. It comes with undermining, demeaning. It comes with words that are bad, words that are not building them, words that are aimed at destroying them, words that are aimed to like kill these people. Such people don't take criticism nice. And I'm wondering, could it be that it's the case with Ntwari that he's addressing or responding this way because he's been under attack and because he's words of affirmation, love language type of person? Could it be? But I mean, that's not related to soccer, but I'm just trying to make you understand that other people don't take criticism nice, not because they are proud, not necessarily because they are proud, and not only is that they are proudful people rather. So I'm saying to you, how you address a person, it needs to speak to them in a way that is building them. And if you don't know what to say, rather you keep quiet. Because most of these players, if not all of them, for example, they don't go out there saying, you know what, I wanna concede in terms of like them being keepers, for example. They don't go there saying, I want to concede to you. They don't go there saying that, you know what, today I just want to like make sure that they hate me even more. Like these people, they care for them to leave their former clubs to come and play for Kaizer Chiefs, for example. It means that these guys, they love this team and they want to do well. They want to grow because now they are here where they are today. They want to maintain that because they understand how big our team is. This is not me speaking for Ntwari saying that you shouldn't criticize him. Criticize him with the aim of building, not with the aim of destroying. But I'm not defending him because sometimes when you are being challenged or when you are asked to account for what we say, and then we chicken out, and most people, not necessarily you, most people, they hide behind the keyboard so they can say insults, so they can curse people, and then they hide behind their keyboards. When you also face these people face to face, some of these things or most of these things they will never say to you in person. Why? Because social media has given us a license to forget about the emotions or emotional side of another human being, for us to even show respect for that matter to the next person. I'm not saying don't criticize, but also factor all these things that I've just said, and also factor in that these people didn't just decide to play for Kaizer Chiefs so that they can cause this team to be more miserable than before, or to cause us fans to be more miserable than before. No one does things, especially if they love their career. No one does things intentionally, especially things that are at their detriment, things that are at their downfall. They don't do that. I haven't read the article, so this is me like being sincere in responding to what is happening or responding to this article. You'll find that I'll be against the things that he says. You don't know, but I'm just saying before I even read this article that we need to be careful at the words that we hurl at the other person or the words that we say to the other person. We need to be careful. Let me read what it says. The article reads like this. So this is taken from Far Post. It's written by Tukelo Mokase. It reads like this. Ntwari addresses criticism of his Chiefs performances. So the article, it reads like this. match. I just want to go just down because already you know like how he's been performing. Okay, let me just read. The highly rated Ntwari joined Kaizer Chiefs ahead of 24-2025 season, carrying expectations following his impressive performance at TX Galaxy. However, Ntwari has come under heavy criticism from the Soweto Giants fans for his unconvincing displays between the posts. Even Kaizer Chiefs legend William Shongwe recently raised concerns about Ntwari, highlighting issues with his short-stopping decision-making in an interview that he did with Far Post. These concerns were evident in Kaizer Chiefs' recent matches, including the 4-0 defeat in the hands of Mamelodi Sundowns and the 2-2 draw in the hands of Magesi in the league. The poor results led to frustrations among supporters who resorted to booing him, Ntwari, during some of the games. Ntwari has conceded in all Kaizer Chiefs league matches this season. Overall, he has let in 11 goals in 7 games. 11 goals in 7 games in all competitions, only 1 clean sheet to his name. Fikri Ntwari subtopic. Fikri Ntwari responds to criticism amid his Kaizer Chiefs fourth start. Ntwari defended his performances in Chiefs colours, stating that he is not solely responsible for the team's struggles. He pointed out that the Glamour Boys have had challenging start to the season, accumulating only 7 points from 5 games. The below par form has resulted to Chiefs slipping into the 8th position on the log standings with only 2 victories to their name. It is not about me, he says. It is not about me being the problem. Quoted. The issue is that the team isn't in a good place right now. We started the season well, but over the last 3 games, we haven't performed as expected. This is the team with passionate fan base. The pressure to win every match is always there. Ntwari further stated that he understands that fan frustrations towards players are common occurrences in football, especially at the clubs with big following as Kaizer Chiefs. It is not a big deal. These things happen in football, added the goalie. You can't win every match and sometimes fans don't handle that well. But the reality of the sport, that's a reality of the sport. I believe things will improve in the coming days. Sometimes players are at fault, but only the way forward is to keep working hard. We will continue giving everything to ensure that the team gets back on track, added the 25-year-old goalie. Guys, if you listen what Ntwari is saying, you would say that he's hiding behind the thumb, as most would say in direct translation. Some will say that he's making excuses, but if you are to be fair, he's stating the obvious. But because you would want to be, you'd want to have a scapegoat, so to say, because we're always looking for scapegoats as friends. You would blame him as you blame Mranga, for example. I am not saying these players have playing to their par or playing to their level best. However, I'm saying that this is a team sport. If we want individualism in sports, we should go and look for or watch sports like your golf. Because we don't factor in other people's performance that results to goals or that results to them missing chances, for example. It's hard being a keeper, it's hard being a striker. That's why your midfielders and your defenders, to a certain extent, they always get away with murder, so that the last person in defense and the first person in attack, those are the ones that are always to blame. That's the football language, unfortunately. So, Fikri Ntwari is saying that it's not solely on him to be blamed. I agree with him, because you look at how costly the mistakes of defenders and how costly the mistakes of the overall team, that you find teams or players that are not pressing enough from up front, players who are not scoring goals enough from the up front, wingers who are not scoring, midfielders who are not scoring. Because sometimes if, let's say in these 5-7 games, had we overscored or scored more than our opponents, we're going to win those games. We're not going to be talking so much about keeper. We're not going to be talking so much about the striker. But now, because my focus is on the keeper, let me speak about the keeper. We're not going to be speaking so much. But because you find that players are missing chances, players are not creating chances, players are not even scoring themselves, that will then result to us doing what? Howling at the keepers, or howling at the keeper, or insulting the keeper. My question is, let's be fair. Has Frosler, Cross, Dotley, Miguel been on their best foot forward or best form? That they have not considered or not contributed rather to these goals that Ntwari is receiving or that he's conceding. Let's be honest. Before the ball is shot, there are people who are in front of the keeper. So if we then give spaces for the attackers, for example, to even take a shot at the keeper, why then are we blaming the keeper? Yes, the keeper is at fault most of the time, as we normally say, but where is the defense when you're conceding so many goals? Where is the midfield when you're conceding so many goals? Where is the striker or strikers when you're conceding so many goals? Because we're supposed to defend as a team, play as a team, because we lose as a team and we also win as a team. So why we then have one person or two people that we are to criticize than for us to criticize one person? So my advice to you, Fikri, for me, keep quiet, do your job. The only way to shut the fans, like shut their mouth, is for you to produce good performances. Win many of the matches if needs be, because now seems as if you are under the spotlight. I'm looking at Manchester United last season under Ole, and Onana was like poor, according to British media. He was poor, conceding silly goals. Like he was at fault, always at fault. Whenever he conceded, he was always at fault. And whenever he produces a save, whenever he produces like a stellar performance, like they'll keep quiet and be like, you know what, he's supposed to do that. Like even now, Onana is the best keeper in England. He has had 5 clean sheets in the number of goals that they've played. I think they've played like 5 or 8 goals, or games rather. But no one is saying anything, especially in the British media, to say that we have seen the best of Onana or we are witnessing the best of Onana. But every time that he's at fault, he's always at the center of attention. Could it be the same? And it is the same with Ntwari, that he's now in the spotlight as he's making mistakes, as he's conceding goals game in, game out. No one will speak about him, and no one has spoken about him when he produces saves that results to us getting a draw or even a win. No one is speaking about that. So now that Ntwari has seen that playing for Kaizer Chiefs is not as the same as playing for Tex Galaxy, let him keep quiet, close his mouth, produce in the field of play, and let us fans support the team and not support individuals, and stop being player FC.